Elon Musk, tech genius, Tesla kingpin, SpaceX overlord, and one-time richest man on Earth, worth over $200 billion, give or take a Twitter meltdown. But what if I told you, even with all the rockets and robocars, Musk doesn't even come close to the richest family in history? A family whose power isn't shouted on Twitter, but whispered in the halls of European banks and royal palaces? Enter the Rothschilds. By the way, if you love stories about wealth, power, and the people pulling strings behind the scenes, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and tell us, who do you think really runs the world? Let's be clear. Elon Musk is rich, insanely rich. He can buy a yacht with a helipad and still have enough left over to colonize Mars. But he's one man. The Rothschilds? Try a sprawling financial dynasty with over 500 heirs, stretching back over 7 generations. While Musk builds tunnels in Vegas, the Rothschilds were funding entire wars. Napoleon? Yep. The British Empire? Them too. They didn't just make money, they made nations. It all started with Meyer Amschel Rothschild in the 1760s. Born in Frankfurt, he was a coin dealer, not glamorous. But here's the twist. He didn't just sell coins. He studied them, analyzed them, and understood what they meant for power. Then he had 5 sons, and instead of keeping the business local, he planted a son in every financial capital in Europe. London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, and Frankfurt, like Avengers, but for banking. They were called the 5 Arrows, and their job? Build the most discreet, unstoppable financial empire the world had ever seen. So what exactly were they doing to get so rich? They weren't just holding cash in castles. They basically invented international banking before passports were even a thing. One brother in London, one in Paris, one in Vienna. They'd pass money across Europe like it was Monopoly night. And governments were lining up to play. Need gold to pay your soldiers? Boom. Rothschild wire transfer. 1810 edition. Need a loan to build a railroad? Sure. Just sign here. And also, you now owe your soul. They didn't just make money. They controlled the money that everyone else needed to make money. That's how you become rich and untouchable. Here's where it gets spicy. During the Napoleonic Wars, the Rothschilds weren't choosing sides. They were funding both. They bankrolled the British and extended credit to other European states. In 1815, Nathan Rothschild allegedly used early knowledge of Napoleon's defeat to make a massive fortune on the British stock market. Whether the story's myth or fact, one thing's true. By 1850, the Rothschilds were the richest family in the world. Not luxury mansion rich. By the Bank of England rich. And here's what most people miss. That kind of wealth doesn't just disappear, it evolves. Now you might be thinking, sure, they were rich in 1850, but where are they now? Spoiler, still here, still rich, still running things. The Rothschilds didn't just pass on money, they passed on systems. Today, their family firm, Rothschild & Co., manages deals worth over $100 billion across 40 countries. But that's just the part with a logo. Estimates put their entire wealth between $1 and $3 trillion. That's not 1800s gold bar money. That's right now. Spread across private banks, land, energy, trusts, and long-term state debt. Their fortune isn't just deep, it's untouchable. Musk's fortune rides the stock market roller coaster. The Rothschilds? They built the tracks. The key difference? Musk wealth is visible, but the Rothschilds? Hidden in plain sight, and those are the dangerous kinds. Let's talk lifestyle. Musk has jets, mansions, and Twitter. The Rothschilds have chateaux in France, estates in England, private vineyards, and art collections that rival the Louvre. Ever heard of Waddesdon Manor? Built by Baron Ferdinand de Rothschild, it's now a public museum. But it was once just a country house. Let that sink in. And while Musk is in the news for memes and Dogecoin, the Rothschilds sit on boards of central banks, oil companies, and diplomatic councils. You don't see them on TikTok. You see them on Wall Street and Whitehall. Here's something wild. The Rothschilds didn't just bankroll governments, they basically became the government's banks. When Britain wanted to finance the construction of the Suez Canal in 1875, who did Queen Victoria call? Not Barclays, not HSBC. She called the Rothschilds. In 24 hours, they wired the equivalent of 160 million pounds in today's money, quietly transferring political leverage along with the cash. And that's just one example. Over the years, the family arranged loans for Austria, Russia, the Vatican, even America. These weren't donors. They were deal makers with leverage. Rothschild advice wasn't given. It was paid for in gold. Musk chases innovation. The Rothschilds engineer stability. And they profit from everyone else's chaos. In nearly every major financial crisis, from the Great Depression to the 2008 collapse, Rothschild-linked firms either held firm or acquired discounted assets. While others lose billions, the Rothschilds buy. They don't go viral. They go silent. And their investments? Not just tech or real estate. Think infrastructure, defense, agriculture, mining, and global energy. The things people fight wars over. You can't flex that on Instagram, but it makes you rich in ways no net worth tracker can explain. Let's be fair to Musk. He is a real billionaire, but his wealth is tied to volatile stocks. Tesla drops? So does Elon. Twitter burns cash? That's his money on fire.
There could be no better birthday present for America than the phenomenal victory we achieved just hours ago when Congress passed the one big, beautiful bill to make America great again.
And just weeks ago, after Trump slammed that big, beautiful bill, Musk jumped in on Twitter with heated takes. And boom, Tesla stock slid hard. One tweet spat with Trump. And suddenly Elon's financial swagger looked shaky. Rothschild wealth, meanwhile, is asset-backed, diversified, and politically embedded. It's old money, the kind that doesn't flinch in a bear market. So, who's really the richest? Elon Musk has generational ambition, but the Rothschilds? They built a generational machine. Musk is a character. The Rothschilds are an institution. One tweets, the other whispers, and watches the market move. So while Musk might be your billionaire of the moment, the Rothschilds? They've been the billionaires of centuries, and still counting. And if you loved this video, don't miss the others we've dropped in this series. You want to see what luxury looks like inside the Vatican? Or how Trump's wealth isn't what it seems? I've linked those videos right here. Click through and go even deeper. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, fix that. Hit subscribe, like the video, and drop your hot take in the comments. Who else do you think is secretly richer than Musk? Let's hear it.